Join Clay Edwards and Sean Yurkaron tonight for our official Notre Dame versus Ohio State College Football National Championship watch party inside the all-new Cameron's Garage Sports Bar located at Cypress Point Resort in Rankin County. We'll be broadcasting live with a special show from 4 p.m. to kickoff. We're going to have beer, hot wing specials, and more. Our good friends at Southern Beverage will be on site also with Bud and Bud Light door prizes. It's going to be a great time tonight. Cameron's Garage at Cypress Point. Boom, shakalaka boom. You tuned in to the free-range human show of choice, your daily dose of reality radio and live streaming. It starts right now. This is the Clay Edwards Show. I'm, of course, Clay Edwards, and it's a MAGA Monday. It's a day we frankly thought would never get here. After 4 years of trials and tribulations and racism against us. It was racism against men with high testosterone of all races. Bigotry against the men who built America. The men who made America great. The women too. Because, behind every good man is another man. I'm kidding. Not like that, lefties. Not like that. Don't want to get y'all worked up this morning. What a great day to be a MAGA night. Our Lord and Savior Donald J. Trump will be sworn back in today. I guess around lunchtime. And right after that, he will proceed to sign over 200 executive orders that will immediately begin to set purple hair on fire across this great land. I bet you don't know coffee get made this morning. The Baristas Union is calling out mad. Their bottom surgeries are acting up. Oh, what a great day to be an American. What a great day to be alive. What a great day to be on the radio. Happy, healthy. I'm sure there's another H I could throw in there, but I won't. It's going to be a great night tonight. It's going to be a celebration, witches. It's a celebration. It's Monday Night Football, but college edition. I'm going to be out broadcasting live. I'm killing two birds with one stone. I'm celebrating college football. Notre Dame versus Ohio State, the national championship game. All the eggs in the basket. Somebody's going to be the champ tonight. Frankly, I like both teams. I ain't never been a fan of either. I like both head coaches. I like both teams. Hopefully it's a great game like the two we had yesterday. Of course, y'all can come celebrate with me. I'm also going to be me personally. I'm not speaking for the establishment. I'm not speaking for anybody else. I'm only speaking for Clay Edwards. I will be celebrating two things tonight. One, what I just said, football. Two, it's Inauguration Day. And I couldn't be happier. Donald J. Trump, J.D. Vance, Elon Musk, RFK, Kash Patel, Tulsi Gabbard, Pam Bondi, and the list goes on. About to set this MFer on fire. Yeah. I'm excited this morning, boy. The adults are back in the room. The adults are back in the room. And it's a beautiful day to be an American. It's a beautiful day to have fought so hard for the last 4 years. Frankly, the last 8 years. We didn't really get to enjoy the first 4 years like we wanted to, because left-wing nut jobs wouldn't allow us to. I remember when Trump got elected, he was dealing with all the lefties. They had that pink vagina on their head march that insurrection, frankly, is what it was, that pink vagina march, the women's march, whatever. They're wearing all the pink helmets on their head, the ridiculous, trashy-ass women. You know what it was? It was a bunch of gay dudes and obese dykes. It's the same ones that go protest at the abortion rallies. Two groups of people that, frankly, have opted out of the reproduction game. You ever notice that at abortion rallies? It's always the same two groups, gay dudes and ugly white women. Those are the same ones that were at the pink vajayjay on their head rally, January 20th, 2016. You know, we couldn't enjoy the first 4 years. It was constant stuff. Then, of course, COVID. Then, of course, the 2020 shenanigans. Then we were stuck with America basically being a Scud missile heading for destruction for 4 years. The embarrassment of the free world with two idiot nut job diversity hires running this place. So anyway, tonight, Clay Edwards at Cameron's Garage at Cypress Point Resort, formerly McLean's Lodge, out off Hollybush Road, starting at 4 o'clock. Clay Edwards is celebrating two times. Will you join me? Will you join me? I hope the answer is yes. It's free to get in. Why wouldn't you? We got all kind of stuff we're going to hit this morning. I didn't have to do any show prep for the day. My goodness, if there was ever a day that the red carpet just rolled out for show prep, you're getting 100% authentic, from the heart, shooting from the hip content today. Just raw emotion today, baby. Raw emotion. I would love to hear from y'all. What are you most excited about in the next 4 years? Hell, today, 200 executive orders. The same people who said, you can't rule by executive order. That's not presidential. Then the second Joe Biden decided to destroy this country with the stroke of a pen. He's the president. He has the right to do that. All right, cool. Same energy today, baby. Same energy today. It's Trump time. Jeffrey Thomas on YouTube says, hey, look, man, we're streaming worldwide in 4K. Today's a hat day. I got 5 different hats I'm wearing today. They'll all be available. The only one not available on the website right now, and it will be posted today for a pre-order, is the one I'm wearing now. And it's probably the most shocking hat that you'll ever see me wear. But you know what I decided? First off, it says, for my radio audience, it's a black hat with white letters, and it says Free Chokwe. Free Chokwe. It's satire, of course. But I got to thinking, well, so I won this. Actually, I didn't win it. My buddy won it at a silent auction yesterday out at Cameron's Garage there at Cypress Point for big fundraiser, awesome fundraiser put together by some of the local biker guys for Sam and Jennifer. I don't like giving people's last names, but Sam and Jennifer lost their house in a fire over the Christmas holidays, and they had a big fundraiser for them yesterday. Had a silent auction, and one of the auction items was a Free Chokwe hat. My buddy Jeff bid. I doubled his bid, because it's all for a good cause, right? Then he doubled my bid, and I wasn't doubling again. We done got up to $100. I went to 105, my lucky number, or unlucky number, the number that has haunted me for the last 20 years. Anyway, and then my other buddy went to 125. I was like, man, you're getting too rich for my blood. I love them. I'll support them. I'll donate my $100, but I can't go 125 for a Free Chokwe hat. But he did, and much appreciated. Much appreciated. I thought he had sent me a message on that app. Shout out to Dylan. Shout out to Dylan Chappell for donating 125 and then gave me the hat. So I won either way. Gave me the hat. Said, you got to wear it on the show. I said, deal. My buddy Jeff has said the same thing. He goes, all right, if I let you win the bid, you got to wear it on the show. And what's cool is this fundraiser, I forget the name of it off the top of my head. I need to look at the flyer. This is going to be a yearly event, and they're going to do it there in January every winter because there's not a whole lot else going on. And they had a huge turnout. Bubba Wingfield was playing and some other guys. Just good old time, man. Good old time. All right, look, the phone number to chime in this morning. I want to hear from y'all. We got to take our first break. 601-879-0002 is the Mazda of Jackson phone line. 601-879-0002. What are you most excited about Donald Trump doing? What is the one thing for you that you're holding Trump's feet to the fire on, a campaign promise that has to be kept? Is it the border? Is it drill, baby, drill? There's so much. Is it Project 2025? Oh, yeah, that's right, lefties. That's real. We lied to you. Psych. We told you that wasn't us. It is. It's coming, baby. Is it draining the swamp? Is it death of DEI instead of death by DEI? Oh, there's so much. We're going to make Democrats work again. I want to hear from y'all. Call in this morning. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. The Guns and Gear text line, 769-241-1944. Of course, you can always just drop a comment in the live stream. We'll read those. We'll jump down that rabbit hole. I'm going to put your comments up on the screen here in the next segment so you guys can see everybody's comments from across the different platforms that we're streaming on X, Facebook, YouTube, and Rumble at SaveJXN. I think I forgot to mention that earlier. Forgot to mention that. If you ordered a new FAFO hat, they are in stock. I've got one of each here with me. I'm going to model them throughout the day. I'm going to get the hat that I'm wearing, get a mock-up of it, and get it posted available. May offer it in St. Patty's Day green, too. I think that would be quite ironic. Maybe we'll put a shirt together also. Free Chockway. And then put in little bitty letters up under it. Psych! Psych! All right, let's take our first break. Again, Guns and Gear text 769-241-1944. Mazda of Jackson phone line 601-879-0002. This segment is brought to you by Clay and Sean's College Football National Championship Party tonight. Cameron's Garage, Cypress Point. We'll be there broadcasting live from 4 to about 6 o'clock. And then it's all you can eat. Well, I think the all you can eat wings starts at 4. I need to double check that, but I believe that starts when we start. All you can eat wings, 15 boneless wings, $15. That's cheap. That's all you can eat. Buckets of Bud Light, Mick Ultra, only $14. That's $2.75 a beer. 5 beers for $14. You can't beat that, son. You can't beat that. Well, a few pennies off there. You get the point. Less than $3 a beer. Come out, have a good time, figure out a DD. This is going to be your last night to go out for a couple days, man. If this weather does what it's supposed to do, come out, enjoy your last opportunity for college football for a year. Come celebrate Donald J. Trump, 47, taking it back to the White House. And come just hang out with me and Sean. Come enjoy an awesome bar, watch some good football, great service, good food, cold beer, great drinks, all of it right out there. Cameron's Garage. It all starts tonight, 4 p.m. We'll be right back on WYAB 103.9 FM. Let me talk to the men out there listening real quick. Guys, are you suffering from erectile dysfunction, fatigue, decreased muscle tone, lack of energy, low libido, brain fog, sleep disturbances? Hey, low libido, ask your girlfriend or wife. She'll let you know if you're suffering from that or not. That's sex drive. If you'll text my name, Clay, in all caps to 601-327-8550, 327-8550. Men's Health of Mississippi and the Clay Edwards Show are going to hook you up with a free testosterone screening. They're located in Madison, Mississippi at 120 Fountains Boulevard. You can check them out online, menshealthms.com. But one more time, text my name, all caps, Clay, to 601-327-8550 and get your free testosterone screening scheduled today. Enjoy the rest of this show. Welcome back in to the Clay Edwards Show here live on WYAB 103.9 FM, as well as WYAB.com. If you want to stream it in audio only, you just go to WYAB.com, hit listen now. You can close your phone and boom, shakalaka. You can even add that to the favorites on your home screen once you've hit the listen now button and treat it just like an app. No different. You can just hit it and boom. The best local radio in the country. Hitting everything from extremely local topics like I do with Jackson here in the mornings and national, like our buddies Jameson Haygood, Kim Wade. Kim Wade does both. Kim Wade does it does both really, really well. Jameson does national and statewide stuff really well. Tries his best to keep them honest down there at the Capitol, talking about the bills and exposing the fake Republicans running this state, the Democrats, should I say, that are pretending to be Republicans and more. And then, of course, you got me, just incendiary from ding to dong. We'll talk about a little bit of everything. And, of course, Matthew Bishop kicking it off in the mornings with the full story. I just got some news here. Speaking of local radio, Paul Gallo has died. Legendary morning host over at Super Talk. I just saw the news that Paul Gallo has passed away. I knew he wasn't doing well. Our condolences to Paul Gallo, to his family. I guess it can't be to him, but our condolences to his family, his friends, his coworkers, to everybody over there at Super Talk. You know, I know we have a friendly little rivalry, so to say, with our conservative cohorts over there. It's all in fun. It's all for what's best for Mississippi. So condolences to Mr. Gallo. You know, you hate to see a conservative. I hate to see anybody pass away, but you hate to see somebody in this line of work as a conservative not get to see the new president that they fought hard to get back in office. You hate that they didn't get to quite get across the finish line to see that. I hope I'm wording that right. I mean that extremely respectfully. So if that came across wrong at all, I do apologize, but I don't think it did. But, you know, people hear different things different ways. But rest in peace to Mr. Gallo. Have been listening. You know, I listened to Gallo for years and years and years, like most people did. If you listen to conservative talk in the mornings around here, you probably listened to Gallo at some point or another. All right, we will save an ad read to the end of this. I don't want to lump an ad read into anything sad. So we got some breaking news. Other breaking news, as some of you I'm sure have already seen this morning. If you're not guilty, why do you need a pardon? That would be my question. Are they scared? Are they scared that Donald Trump, now that the rules of engagement have been changed by the Democrats and you're allowed to go after your political adversaries, were they scared that Donald Trump was going to do what they did? No, Donald Trump wouldn't just go after his political adversaries unless they were criminals. See, good God-fearing conservatives, they go after the crime. And then they figure out who the individual is. Democrats pick the individual, then create the crime. Tell me where the lie is at. Tell me where the lie is at. You think they only do that? Oh, you think they only did, this is cute. You think they only do that to Donald Trump? May I present you Anthony Fox, right here locally, by George Soros funded, soon to be allegedly 8-time felon Jody Owens. Anyway, to the breaking news, Fauci, the alleged creator of COVID, the man that financed COVID, and that ain't allegedly, Anthony the Rat Fauci, and General Mark A. Milley, members of, let me just read this out. President Biden, soon to be former President Biden, let's get it right, has issued preemptive pardons for key figures, including Anthony the Rat Fauci, General Mark A. Milley, members of the January 6th Select Committee. I'm assuming that's Benny Thompson and Liz Cheney, and associated police officers. Oh, why? Because those police officers were lying scumbags? You know if I'm talking bad about cops, they're scumbags. What those scumbags, lying cops from January 6th, what they did is worse than anything the Goon Squad did. The traitors. Traitors. Lock them up, line them up against a stone wall, and you know what's next. They tried to tear this country apart with their lies. Continuing, says, these actions are perceived as protective measures against possible future legal challenges under a different administration. Rather than an acknowledgement of wrongdoing, the pardons were announced in Biden's final hours in office. Absolutely disgusting. What a disgrace. What an absolute disgrace. I'm scrolling on X here to see exactly what people are saying here. Let me go to my my notifications where I get updates of certain news channels that I follow and see what they're saying about it here. But we knew this was coming. This is not a surprise. And of course he did it on the last day to try to steal a little thunder from Trump. But we ain't going to allow that. We ain't going to allow that. What I want to do, what I want to see is I want to test I don't know, this is where me not having the most in-depth articulate vocabulary comes into play. I want to test how legitimate these pardons are. You should have to be pardoned for a specific crime, not a blanket. These blanket pardons should not be legal. What if he committed murder? Well, we know he did. We know Fauci did, allegedly, of course, can't just say it, but you know what I mean. Think about all the gays he killed back in the HIV era, in the 80s and early 90s, with that vaccine he was giving them. And then the COVID, talk about some Nazi Germany science experiment type stuff. Think about COVID in and of itself, and then think about the cure. It was a double damn whammy from Fauci. The NIH funded the COVID, and then they had the patents on the vaccine. We call that a clue. We call that a clue. The Guns and Gear text line, 769-241-1944. Mazda of Jackson phone line, 601-879-0002. We got a call coming in on the phone line. Let me get this turned on here. Hey, good morning. Good morning on there. Hey, cut your radio down, please.
Hey, Clay.
Hey.
How are you this morning?
Man, I'm on fire this morning. How are you?
I'm the same way. And you helped light it. Well, you didn't help light it. It was already lit. But you were just talking about the pardons.
Yes.
That, it was after your show come on, so it would have been after 7 o'clock, between 7 o'clock and probably 10 or 15 minutes ago. My other radio is on NPR because They said they might have the inauguration on there, but the interviewer was talking to somebody. I don't know who it was because I didn't catch all of it. But whoever this was saying that those pardons would not be any good, that Biden was going around the law, basically. And, of course, that's a left-leaning outfit. And she was like, well, he, intended this. And whoever this man was told him it didn't matter what he intended. He couldn't do that. But I'm telling you, because I know you have all that equipment up there, you may go back and find out who it was. It might have been some representative, or I don't know.
Yeah, we'll look into it. I think a lot of people are going to be questioning this today, and hopefully
I think that's about, I mean, I don't know about all the rest of them, but if Liz Cheney and Benny Thompson, I mean, two of the best Southerners you could ask for, why in the world would they want a pardon when they could prove their innocence?
Oh, exactly. And,
if I had not done nothing, and I was not being set up for nothing,
Benny,
I wouldn't want a pardon. I would want people to know I didn't do nothing.
Absolutely. I mean, look, Donald Trump had to go prove it in a court of law.
Exactly.
Why shouldn't they?
Just putting that aside, it just says guilty, guilty, guilty. And as far as Anthony Fauci goes, well, all the rest of them too, for that matter, Millie. As far as I'm concerned, that's reason, and I don't think that ought to be pardoned for anybody in this country.
I'm with you. I'm glad to know that normal-based Americans are out there, and we all feel the same way. What I hope is somebody who is smarter than I am, and that don't take much, but somebody who's smarter than I am knows how to look into all this. And I think it's time to test the constitutionality. Is that a word? It is now. The constitutionality of these blanket pardons.
Yeah, it's just not right. It's not right at all.
Because mark my word, let me say this real quick.
Ahead.
If Donald Trump at the end of this term blanket pardons himself, all the purple hair that caught on fire today when he gets reinaugurated, all the purple hair is going to have grown back. It's all going to catch right back on fire in 4 years, and they're going to melt.
In a nut house by the time that happens. Of course, there'll be thousands more wherever they came from.
Make insane asylums great again.
That's exactly right. But anyway, I wanted to. You could go back and catch. It was like a little interview. They're doing their news. I've got it down real low because they said something about having the inauguration on there, and I don't have a TV or nothing. So I got it where I could hear it if they started that. And I happened to walk back through there for something, and she was interviewing this man. And I heard him say, no, those pardons are not right. And, of course, she was trying to defend them. And he told her, said, it doesn't matter what he's thinking. That doesn't matter. But I'm like, I don't know anything about any of that. But it just don't sound right.
No, like I said, I don't claim to be the smartest dude, and I never would. But when something don't smell right, it don't take a rocket scientist, astronaut, or engineer to figure it out.
I know a innocent person that is, worried about their reputation or cares about their reputation or knows they haven't done anything wrong, or at least I think I know. I know I would say, well, bring it on. I didn't do nothing. Take me to court or whatever it is you do. But they can't do that because they know they did something wrong. It's just a matter of how much.
Yeah, well, look, I got to take my break. Great call. Enjoy today. Soak it all in.
I will. You enjoy your night tonight.
Thank you, sweetie. Have a blessed one.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Phone line, 601-879-00. Mazda of Jackson phone line, 601-879-0002. We ran over there. We got to take a break. We'll be right back. Rip the knob off. If you're watching online, hit the share button. Hit the like button. Today is a celebration. But we're going to talk some news, too. We're going to talk about these pardons as more news comes out during the show. We're going to talk about TikTok. What kind of 4D chess is going on there? It was entertaining to watch that whole situation unfold over the weekend. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about Trump. Let's talk about what you're excited about. I want these damn phones to ring this morning. 601-879-0002. Guns and Gear text line, 769-241-1944. I'm reading them. I got them. They're right here on my phone. Join us tonight, Cameron's Garage, 4 to 6, College Football National Championship. We'll be there. Sean and I will be right back on WYAB. Back into the Clay Edwards Show here live on WYAB as I try to straighten my hat out here. I have moved on to hat number 2 for the day. If you're watching online, it is available at buyfafo.com. In stock and available today. It is a rather good-looking hat. It's black on the front, gray mesh, and it's got FAFO. No Clay. It doesn't say Clay Edwards Show on it anywhere. It's just the G.I. Joe style FAFO in gray. Very, very good-looking hat. My boy Tony Young met me at Cameron's Garage last night and brought the hats in. And I think he knew what he was doing. He opened up the box. I bet you I sold 10 hats before I got out of there. This by far was one of the most popular ones. So if you're watching online, swing by the website, get yours today. Buyfafo.com. I will have shirts, hoodies, and hats with me tonight at Cameron's Garage there at Cypress Point for the big Ohio State Notre Dame college football party starting at 4 o'clock. But pre-sales take precedence over in-person sales. So get yours while they last at buyfafo.com. Also, hey, look, if you're not coming out tonight, phone lines are jammed up. I'm coming straight to y'all, I promise. If you're not coming out tonight to the party, how about you swing by El Patrio Mexican Grill and Cantina in Flowood right there at Dogwood, or right there on Highway 80 in Brandon, right in front of Crossgate Subdivision, and get you some of the best authentic Mexican food in the Southeast. I said the Southeast, not just Mississippi, not just the Tri-County area. And support a great locally owned and patriot-owned business. These folks are good people. These folks are one of us. And it's getting out there and meeting folks like this that has really, really changed my mind about how I felt about some things over the years, is really getting out there and talking to people that look different than me and learning different cultures and learning what they're about. And, man, these folks reached out to me because they wanted to support what we were doing, and they wanted to reach this audience. And I'm hoping you guys will reciprocate that and get out there and support them at El Patrio Mexican Grill and Cantina. And real quick here, we'll get back to the chaos and get to the phones. The bars in these two establishments are separate from the dining areas. So if you got a family and you don't want to be around all the rah-rah stuff that goes on at the bar, no problem. Sit in the family dining area or out on the patio. Both of them have patios, by the way. If you're an adult and you don't want to be around all the family stuff and you want to cut loose a little bit, let your hair down, you can sit in the private bar area, but separate bar area. Frozen drinks, frozen margaritas, daiquiris, great drinks, all that stuff. El Patrio Mexican Grill and Cantina, 2 great locations, locally owned to serve you. Flowood at Dogwood, Highway 80, right there in front of Crossgates. All right, man, let me put my headphones on and let's go to the Mazda of Jackson phone line, line 1. Hey, you're on there. Hey, you're on there. Microphone, check 1. You there? Well, that's sad. Let's see. Anybody there? Hey, guys, call back. I want to hear from you. 601-879-0002. In the meantime, let's read a few Guns and Gear text before the phone lines light back up. How shall we? I always ask you to text in, then I get to run in my mouth. You know, some days you think you're not going to have a lot to say. And then some days you know you are. So I'll ask for text messages. And I end up running my mouth and I don't get to the text like I'm doing right now, as a matter of fact. Teddy says, you want to, he's helping me with my lack of articulate depth and says you want to test the legality of the pardons. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Yeah, Brad Cooney just texted in, reminded me about Paul Gallo. Yeah, Brad, we just mentioned that, man. We probably will a couple times throughout the show if you're listening. Yeah, sad news. We lost Paul Gallo overnight or this morning. Really, really hate to hear that. Let's see here. Justin D says, bro, I got to have that hat. I think he was talking about the Chokwe hat. They will be available soon, I promise. Let's see here. Unknown texter says, just checking to see if you saw that Dr. Fauci has been pardoned by Biden and if you were going to talk about it on the show. As a matter of fact, yes and yes. Let me reply to that. Yes and yes. Boom shakalaka. All right, let's see here. David says, today is a great day. It's a great B-Day. Is today your B-Day, David? He says, where are all those people who used to call into your show saying he will never be back in office? Asking us to pick one of his things that he's going to do. It's like asking us to pick our favorite child. Take one small piece of candy out of the bucket of candy. Yeah, today's a great day. We're going to get a lot done today. I just saw a breaking news thing from Fox News. It says Trump to deploy military to the border and end Biden's parole policies. All right, we got the phone line ringing again here. Let's take a call, shall we? Hey, good morning. You're on there.
Good morning, Brother Clay. It's Andrew. How's it going, my man?
Hey, who is this again?
Andrew Gosser. How's it going, my man?
Hey, brother. How you doing?
Dude, you had some questions about the legality of the pardons, and I do think they'll be challenged. And the reason is really simple. Pardons in the past have been for specific actions and specific crimes where they've been charged in court, convicted by a jury of their peers or a bench trial, and then sentenced, and then the president has come along and said, pardon. I can't see, and I could be wrong, and if I am, I'm sure our great listeners will come out and acknowledge that, but I can't come back and see of one time where a president has issued a pardon over a specific time period for a crime that was not specifically mentioned or specified. And this is the slippery slope you get when you get the deep state in charge, and you don't have the president being the president. You have a bunch of figures behind him propping him up and having him do the public or the deep state's bidding. So I think the pardons are going to be challenged. I think it's going to create more turmoil in the United States. You're going to have the majority of Americans think that these pardons are absolutely ridiculous and silly. But you will have the far left, the militant left, and the communists, Marxists out there demanding that pardons be kept and instated. And undoubtedly, this will go to the Supreme Court. How long it takes to get there is unknown. But if I had my way, it would be there really quick. And the first two people that really need to have their pardons revoked, in my opinion, would be Anthony Fauci and General Milley. Those two dudes did more to hurt this country than Hunter did.
100%. Hunter an example needs to be made with Hunter just to show that you can't do cocaine in the White House, allegedly, of course, or any of the other stuff. You know what I mean? We're out here arresting people for everything he's done. It's just the hypocrisy of the Hunter stuff. That's what I can't stand. Hey, brother, great call. Thank you for calling. I got to take this break so I don't run up against the top of the hour. Enjoy today, man.
Yep. Take care, brother. I'll talk to you later.
Peace out. Online audience, I'm going to stay in and read some comments with y'all. Radio audience, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. It's a celebration today. Nothing is going to stop this MAGA Monday from being the greatest ever. Super excited. We got a lot to talk about. We'll be right back on WYAB. All right, guys, I'm not going to put the screen of death back up there for y'all. I'm going to stay in here with you all. Let's read some comments, shall we? This hat looks good. I like this hat. All right. I'm going to scroll back up just a little bit. Let's start with Justin Barnett. Let's start with Jonathan Bickerstaff. Jonathan says, exactly. Benny Thompson gets off again, and all the J6 needs to go down. The J6 committee people, they all need to go to jail. They allegedly, of course, destroyed tons of evidence, by the way. They manipulated film. We want to know who the Democrat headquarters pipe bomber is. I want to know who put those gallows out there. I want to know all that. John, well, let me go back up one more. David says, damn right. They scared. Pam Bondi's coming. Yep, I can't read that last part. You Facebook and YouTube will zap my account. Oh, I did. Lisa knows the way to get on here. Lisa knows how to get her comment on the screen from YouTube. I'm sorry, not Lisa, Alan Ladd. Like Alan Ladd says, hopefully one of the executive orders today will be to stop using Hail to the Chief and instead use Stone Cold Steve Austin's theme music whenever he enters the room. You know, I have that in my intro stuff coming back, my bumper music, as they call it in the radio business. I love to hear the glass break. Love hearing the glass break. Let me make sure I'm staying on schedule here. Y'all know me. I will talk right into the break, right through the break. Let's see here. Yeah, so if I didn't read this, I'm going to read it now. Jonah Patrick on Facebook says, exactly. Benny Thompson. Oh, yeah, we read that one. Yep. Jonathan Barnett on Facebook. I'm sorry, on YouTube. Economy, border, and protecting us from terror, domestic and foreign, are my top three. My question of the day, if you're just tuning in, was what is the one campaign promise that Donald Trump made that you're most excited about and the one you're really going to hold his feet to the fire? It can be more than one. It can be more than one. My good friend and Jackson City Council candidate Corinthian Sanders. Y'all need to make sure you're following Corinthian on Facebook, by the way. He's watching on YouTube this morning, but make sure you're following him on Facebook. He says, now, to play devil's advocate here, Clay, Anthony did sue the state as well for fake imprisonment. Bigger question, why did the state allow Fox to go down the way he did? Let me read that. To my Anthony Fox, sorry. Well, yeah, look, I guess the state has to, this is a deeper question than I can answer, to be honest here. We need Sean for this, but my 30,000-foot view, my non-professional legal opinion, is the state has to allow the counties to do what they do. They can't overstep. They can't step on the county until they absolutely have to, because they did step in and do what they needed to do. They should have done it sooner, but I guess they had to let it run its course. It was the first time that the state has ever done that, in my understanding, because then it became the state versus the state. And I believe that is unprecedented. I hope that made sense. I meant for it to. Cynthia Arnold on YouTube. I'm sorry, Cynthia Undredel. Hope I'm saying your last name right. Caller, stay on hold. Cynthia says, oh, we're back. Crap. All right, we are back live here on the Clay Edwards Show. We got about 30 seconds here. Let's take a call real quick. Hey, caller, you got about a minute.
Clay Edwards, Brad Bradshaw, reporting in live from the Imperial Capitol in Washington, D.C., buddy.
Brad, so good to hear from you, bro. I only got you for about a minute, man, unless you want to call back here after 8:07.
That's all right. I'm just going to update y'all. The crowd's filling in. It was 2 miles long yesterday to get into the rally, which we couldn't do, but we got here at 3 o'clock this morning and made it to the inauguration festivities.
I can't wait to see pictures and everything. Brad got up at 3 o'clock this morning. I got up before 3 o'clock, but I got a text at 3 o'clock from Brad in line to get into the inauguration, and he got in. That's awesome, brother.
I'm here. I sent you a video of us when we got in this morning, so feel free to put it on you.
I will.
Facebook if you want to.
I will. I will during the top of the hour break here in just a minute. I will get that posted on my Facebook and my X account of you inside the inauguration. Thank you so much, brother.
I'll send you another one when President Trump comes out on the stage this afternoon too.
Oh, I'm stoked. Mississippi being represented well.
Actually, there's some people sitting behind us from Biloxi that we ran into and we just sat down. So good crowd from Mississippi here today.
All right, Brad, we're up against the wall, brother. Thank you, man. Have a good time.
Take care.
Bye. Bye. All right, guys, we'll be right back online. Don't go nowhere. All right, cool. That was my buddy Brad Bradshaw. He is there live. I think it was Brad. I thought it was Brad or Ben. Anyway, he was there live at the inauguration. He is actually in the inauguration. They moved it indoors. Only about 20,000 people, 15, 20,000 people, whatever that arena holds, can fit in there. So he was able to get in. How awesome is that, man? That's just true patriotism. I don't care. I'm going to be nice a little bit this morning. There's going to be the one nice thing I say about Democrats. Whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, if you go up there to see your president get inaugurated, that's really cool. You love whatever version of this country it is you love. If you love it enough to go up there and see your president get inaugurated, whether it's Obama, Clinton. I don't acknowledge Biden. I don't acknowledge him. He was illegitimate. The best thing that happened, oddly enough, I think I've talked about this before. In my opinion, the best thing that happened to this country was also the worst. But sometimes it takes hitting rock bottom. Trump getting finagled out of 2020 and Biden and the kids being allowed in the room, all the diversity hires being allowed to run this country for 4 years. Because everybody got to see just how bad at this they are. And we converted waves of Republicans, of Democrats into Republicans. I really don't even like the term Democrat and Republican. I truly don't. But America firsters, how about that? We converted a lot of people to MAGA. We really did. And I think MAGA is a whole different thing than Republican. Now, it's under the, Republicans are under the MAGA umbrella. But it's way bigger than just Republicans. I almost said it the wrong way. I almost said MAGA is under the Republican umbrella, but MAGA is now bigger than the Republican Party. I think we can say that. I think that's real. What they call like Reagan Democrats. I think we definitely have MAGA Democrats. They voted Democrat down ticket, but top of ticket voted Trump. I mean, we can show you the data in some states where that was in fact the case. And the key, the thing is going to be, can we keep the momentum going in 2 years? Can we keep the House and the Senate? Because these crazy progressive nut jobs, if they get a chance at it, they will. Jonathan says Pam Bondi will be JD's VP in 2028. Man, I tell you. I'm sorry, Julian said Pam Bondi's 59. She's 59. Even more impressive. Even more impressive. I didn't know that I liked older women. I mean, outside of, women that are my age, I didn't know I found myself necessarily attracted to older women. Pam Bondi, they broke the mold with her. I mean, I don't mean to make it about somebody's looks. I don't mean to be demeaning and just talk about somebody's looks. But man, when you're that smart and attractive, son, that's dangerous right there. Wars have been fought over women like that. Let's see here. Corinthians says J.D. Vance has a lot to prove, and if he doesn't show up this term, mark my words, 2028 will be the election of a woman president. I can definitely get behind Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi also, and I agree with you 100%, Corinthian. And look, man, MAGA, well, we're coming back from break. Boom goes the dynamite. It's hour 2 of the most incendiary show on the RADIO and online. This is the Clay Edwards Show. We're streaming worldwide on Facebook, X, YouTube, and Rumble. Just search Save JXN. Also, pumping across the airways on the mothership, 103.9 FM WYAB. Rip the knob off. Hit share if you're watching online. Please hit the share button. I don't care where you share it to. If you're watching on X, share it there. If you're watching on Facebook, share it there. If you're watching on Rumble or YouTube, share it to a friend. Just hit share, pick the last person you sent a text message to, and send them this show. That's how we grow it. That's how we continue to make America great. Make Clay great. Make WYAB great. Anyway, all right. Hey, this segment, man, brought to you by our good friends over at Mazda of Jackson, proud sponsors of the Mazda of Jackson phone line. That number is 601-879-0002. Caller, stay on hold, coming right to you, as a matter of fact. Check it out. It's that time. It's time to choose Mazda, and choose Mazda of Jackson. It's home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Mazda is already one of the most dependable brands on the road today. And at Mazda of Jackson, your first year of maintenance is free, absolutely free. That means your oil changes and all of that stuff. Man, that's a big deal right there, guys. A lifetime warranty and the first year of maintenance free. Come on down. Continuing, Mazda of Jackson has Mississippi's largest selection of new and certified pre-owned Mazdas and one of the biggest pre-owned vehicle inventories to choose from. There's never been a better time to choose Mazda. Visit Mazda of Jackson, I-55 Frontage Road right there at Briarwood, or online at MazdaofJackson.com. Let's take a call on the Mazda of Jackson phone line, shall we? Good morning, brother. It's a MAGA Monday. Are you excited?
Good morning. I'm going to predict something real quick. For the first 10 days, every U.S. attorney in this country is going to be fired, which they ought to be.
A bunch of them already resigned.
We're going to have troops down on the border, and we're going to have people being rounded up.
100%. I think that's going to start today.
We're going to have gas dropping. I do business with a lot of oil companies. They've told me gas is going to be $1.50 come summertime.
Yeah.
If they do that, our inflation will be out. I'd say within 60 days, you're going to see the start to drop.
Well, once gas goes down, everything else comes down with it. It costs less to ship the products.
We're going to grow 9 to 11% GDP the first quarter he's in office.
I agree.
I mean, people got hope now. And I think we're going to see a bunch of crap coming, and the media is going to go insane.
Well, they can go to jail, too, if they want to.
They can. They can't. Well, what? Was Benny Thompson pardoned?
I haven't seen his name yet, but it said J6 Select Committee, so I'm assuming they're just weeding through it all, and they just haven't said his name yet. But Liz Cheney did. Why wouldn't? And Benny's already said he would take a pardon. I'm assuming he got one.
If they haven't done nothing wrong, why do they need a pardon?
Well, exactly.
I've heard for years, Clay, that he was worth $45, $100 million, $50 million. I've heard he's worth tens of millions of dollars.
Yeah, I've heard it all too.
I don't know how true that is. I've heard he had a house in Florida. I mean, I've seen him around Jackson many years ago driving an SL 500, which, hell, back 10, 15 years ago, that was still a $150,000 car.
Yeah, I mean, he probably leased and probably being paid for by one of his donors. I'm not saying he can't afford it. Don't get me wrong here. I'm just saying it's just another way to get bought and paid for, allegedly, of course.
Oh, there you go. Well, I hope owner Chuck Way going to get him a pardon.
Oh, I hope not. I will burn this place down. Trump will have to give me one by the time I get done.
Yeah, no joke. Hey, everybody this ought to be a national holiday now.
It is some holiday, but it needs to be a national holiday. A MAGA holiday. MAGA's back.
Yeah, I mean, all respect to Martin King, who was a great man.
Who's also a convicted felon.
Who? Martin King?
Yeah, somebody told me that this morning.
Seriously?
Yeah, I got a fact check. No, I'm not knocking MLK. I'm a supporter of MLK, and it is MLK Day, by the way. But yeah, I mean, but all the same people who would keep talking about Trump being a felon, my understanding is so is MLK.
Did not know that. You have a great day.
I'll Google it now. Thanks, brother. Let's Google that real quick, shall we? Was MLK a felon? I feel like I should know this, but I don't, so I won't pretend that I do. Was MLK Jr. a felon? This has been asked many times. It's the third most popular answer. says, no, Martin Luther King Jr. was not a felon. He was indicted on tax evasion felony but was acquitted. Okay, I stand corrected. I stand corrected. That's why you double check. That's why you double check. One of the rare times that Clay Edwards was wrong. Let's Sean just sent me something on Instagram. I shared it to my X page. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. It's something Donald Trump shared. Let's see here. Media. Where'd it go? X can be so weird with what am I trying to say here? With what you're looking for. All right, here it is. I had to go to replies because I accidentally shared it, tweeted it to. Close. Come on, man. Give me just a second here. All right, I'm trying to. Donald Trump shared this a minute ago on his Instagram, and it is phenomenal. This is gonna get y'all hyped up. I got to pull the video up. It's probably better, obviously, to view it than it is to just listen. But we're going to do it anyway. We're going to do it anyway because, I'm not scared to screw something up. Y'all know that. Let's see here. Give me 2 seconds. All right, caller, stay on hold. I'm coming to you. But we got a little Donald J. Trump hype video that we need to get out of our system real quick.
It's this. Never, ever give up.
FBI raid at Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago residence.
Deadly force being authorized.
Nothing worth doing ever, ever, ever came easy.
Donald J. Trump has been indicted.
Jack Smith has again indicted former President Trump.
Over the course of your life, you will find that things are not always fair. You will find that things happen to you that you do not deserve. Like they said, take a look at what happened. But you have to put your head down and fight, fight, fight. Never, ever, ever give up. The more people tell you it's not possible, that it can't be done, the more you should be absolutely determined to prove them wrong.
CNN projects that Donald Trump has been elected president.
Treat the word impossible as nothing more than motivation. Relish the opportunity to be an outsider because it's the outsiders who change the world. 250 million Americans are not garbage and who make a real and lasting difference. The more that a broken system tells you that you're wrong, the more certain you should be that you must keep pushing ahead. You must keep pushing forward.
I think that we just witnessed the greatest political comeback in the history of the United States of America.
So just remember that. Never stop fighting for what you believe in and for the people who care about you. America is beginning a new chapter. Our best days are yet to come. I can promise you that.
Ooh, are you fired up? Son, are you fired up? I am. Let's take a call here real quick on the Mazda of Jackson phone line, shall we? Hey, thanks for staying on hold. You on there?
And yeah, treat the word impossible as nothing more than a challenge. I love that.
I'm fired up. As if I could be any more fired up. I may do the rest of the show standing up.
Clay, I haven't had a chance to really go through the news cycle this morning, but I'm just kind of curious if you have it to see if the pardons are, making the way through MSNBC, ABC, CBS, all those, because damn well if they're not on there, there's something up.
I have not. I mean, we did talk about it a little bit, and I did get a notification from Fox News, but because I'm not a complete glutton for punishment, I do not follow the other ones, but I have not seen. I have not. To answer your question, no, I'm not sure. I have not seen it yet.
Right. Like I said, I'm rolling, man. I ain't got time to look at that. But, but like I said, dang well if it's not, headline news, yeah, we got a skunk in there, and it's starting to smell real bad.
I'm seeing this. This is an official Republican, the RNC Research. The RNC Research X handle is an official Republican National Committee handle, and it says it's got a screenshot here of Joe Biden saying no one is above the law. His tweet, his infamous tweet from talking about Donald Trump, the day that they arrested Trump or whatever. Anyway, and it says except Hunter Biden, Mark Milley, Anthony Fauci, Pencil Neck. I assume they mean Pencil Neck being Adam Schiff, Benny Thompson, Liz Cheney, Joe Biden, Dr. Jill, and Crazy Nancy. I don't know if they're suggesting that all those people got pardoned, but why would Jill Biden need a pardon? That's interesting. We'll see. I will say. I'm just scrolling here in live time, so that could just be them being smart asses. So.
Yeah. All right, brother, man. We appreciate it, man, and let's all be proud to be American today, and by God, let's keep our nose to the grindstone, and let's see if we can't get tired of winning.
I can tell you, after 4 years of losing, I can't get tired of winning. Be good, brother. Enjoy today, man.
All
right, brother. Mazda Jackson phone line, 601-879-0002. If you're just tuning in, Mississippi radio icon, morning host, conservative talk host, Paul Gallo has passed away. Our condolences out to the Gallo family, friends, associates, co-workers, his fans, and more. Also, tonight, it's a celebration. It's a MAGA Monday. I'm celebrating two things tonight. A, the official cause for the party is college football national championship. The secondary cause for Clay Edwards' celebration tonight is it's MAGA. It's a celebration. It's Donald J. Trump being inaugurated as the 47th president of these United States of America. Let's get out and have a good time tonight. Meet me, 4 o'clock till close. Let's watch a little football, shall we? Courtesy of Southern Beverage, Bud Light, Budweiser, Mick Ultra, Cameron's Garage at Cypress Point. Sean and I are going to be out there broadcasting live from 4 to 6. Then we'll be celebrating and joining the game with everybody, having a good time. All you can eat wings, all you can eat boneless wings does, in fact, I confirmed, starts at 4 p.m. That's right. 4 p.m. You can come out and smash all the boneless wings, any flavor you want, and 5 beers in a bucket for only $14. Don't meet me there. Beat me there. Cypress Point, Cameron's Garage tonight. We'll be right back. We got I want to talk about TikTok. We're talking about TikTok next, unless somebody calls and takes me another direction. We'll be right back on the Clay Edwards Show. Breaking rules when necessary. Celebrating MAGA Monday when necessary. It's a national holiday today. It's Martin Luther King Day also. Martin Luther King Day. Isn't it Robert E. Lee's birthday too? It's Martin Luther King Day. It's Donald Trump Day. It's MAGA Monday. It's America Day. I'm so excited. So excited. One of the things I'm excited about is Robert F. Kennedy Jr. being a part of this. How can you not be excited about America getting healthy again? I mean, truly. All the crap they put in our foods nowadays, I hope they're just going to take a big, deep look at all that. I know we're going to get done with some of the dyes and Fruit Loops. What is it? The red dye in the Fruit Loops? That's crude oil. All that stuff. That, of course, needs to be gone. But how can you not be excited about our foods being made healthy again? I mean, I don't know. Why would anybody fight that? Why is that a political thing, Democrats? Rhino Republicans taking money from these big mega corporations. Why is us being healthy? You know why us being healthy is a political issue? Because if they continue to make you unhealthy, they make you a slave to the system. If you're healthy, you're as independent as you possibly can be. If you're not tied to having to be in the hospitals, tied to the insurance BS, Medicare, Medicaid, all that. If you ain't got your health, you ain't got anything. That's why they're against it. This, again, It shouldn't be. See, that's where the old birds of the different bird, I'm almost saying different wing, same bird, Democrat, Republican. The system is the bird, and they want to keep you a slave to the system and keeping you fat and unhealthy and cancer-ridden, disease-ridden. That's how they do that. Hopefully, I pray that RFK is allowed to make America healthy again. That's something I'm personally excited about. You can get a head start on that by buying your red meat, and this is going to be a plug here, by buying your red meat from locally sourced farmers, locally sourced cattle farmers, like Stonington Farm, right down there on the coast, that comes up here once a month and is a proud sponsor of this show. I'm proud to have them. Grass-fed, 100% grass-fed, grass-finished. Not grass-fed, wheat-finished, or trash-finished, grass-fed and grass-finished. Locally sourced, no alcohol, no preservatives, no mRNA, no steroids, all that stuff. Good beef, Mississippi raised. Check them out online. Stonington Farm, that's Stonington with 2 N's, stoningtonfarm.com. You can get a head start on making yourself healthy again by sourcing the meat, knowing where it came from other than just the grocery store. Let's talk about TikTok, shall we? Let's talk about TikTok. So this was interesting. It is odd sometimes. Who you hate today, you may wake up with tomorrow. I found some strange bedfellows in my battle for TikTok. And some people were a lot louder than me. Some people making the free speech argument. I never made the free speech argument, I don't think. Because you don't have free speech on TikTok. It is the most censored platform there is. It truly is. But it's also the platform that you have the ability to have the broadest reach outside of your followers. So for somebody like me, who's trying to get a based, conservative, America first point across, I got censored a lot. But I also got more reach when I was able to finagle my words enough to trick the algorithm to not censor my videos. I got more reach than I could have ever imagined getting. And you know that reach is too? The younger demographic that the left has had a stranglehold on. So I see the benefit in TikTok from that perspective in this culture war. So I say all that to say, so I'm sitting there Saturday night at Cameron's garage. Spent my weekend there, spending my night there tonight. Anyway, I was sitting there Saturday night, hanging out with some friends, watching the football games. And I tried to log on to TikTok, and I got this notification that it was expiring in a couple hours. They were going to lock down the app. Then we all just assumed that we had to 11:59, which I ain't posting nothing in a few days, really. It don't matter. But then bang, the app went black. You log on to it. We have deactivated the app in America. I'm like, all right, this is escalated because everybody had said that you were just going to be able to, I got to pull it up here because I screenshot this stuff, that you were just going to be able to not have updates, but you could still use the app. You could still scroll. You could still see everything, but the lack of updates would start making it glitchy. And you wouldn't be able to download it from the App Store no more, all that. And then boom, they X'd it, period. And then by Sunday morning, and I mean, people are freaking out, absolute meltdowns. Look, I'm going to tell you what, as much as I hated to see it go, I did love to watch it leave from this standpoint. The left-wing beta male nut jobs, low testosterone beta male cucks were on this app crying about this app going away. Now, I've always been very upfront about it. It's always been about the money for me. 100%. I vote with my pocketbook. TikTok is money for me. And it helped get my message across. Make no bones about it. But first and foremost, that's my job. That is money. It's like this radio show. I do it because I love it. I make less money doing this than I was being a successful car guy. But nonetheless, I still, just like y'all, my bills have to be paid. And I still like to live my life. But these left-wing nut jobs on there crying, filming themselves crying that an app was going away. But there is a part of me that felt bad for these nut jobs because the kind of money that app allows you to make, you can't just replace. You know, I've seen a lot of people say a lot of crazy things. They can just go get a job. They can just go get a job. They had a job. What does it matter? What does it matter what they do? I mean, I hate the term influencer. I would never call myself that. But if, you know, your job is making $10,000 a month, making TikTok videos, I'm telling you, you may or may not realize this. It's a lot of work that goes into all that. It ain't hard. Please don't ever compare it to, you know, being physically difficult work. It's fun, but I ain't never going to hate on somebody that figured out a way to kind of hack the system. Hey, they were getting paid, man. They got used to a certain lifestyle, a completely legal, legitimate lifestyle. And then, you know, and it's way more than just LGBTQ nut jobs on there. There's a lot of normal people on there. The overwhelming majority of TikTok is normal people making videos about whatever it is they're into. It truly, I would say 95% of TikTok is normal people just making videos, doing whatever it is they're into. That's really it. No, it's just that 5% that lives a TikTok crowd that make the whole thing look terrible. And then, of course, the China crap. I'm so tired of hearing about that. All these social media apps, and it's come out even more. They're all selling your data to China. And that's been something I've been screaming from the top of my lungs since all this started. I'm way more concerned about the traitors in this country, the California communists, than I am the Chinese. What's the old saying? Keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. Maybe that's not the right analogy for this. It can be used here, though. I've always said you can trust your enemies because you know they're your enemies. You know to watch them. You know to keep your eye on them. You know not to trust them. We know China's our enemy. We know how to handle that. Well, grown-ups do. It's the people that's supposed to be your friend, supposed to be your ally, that you're supposed to be able to trust, that's supposed to have your best interest at heart, that always are the ones that screw you the worst. That being Mark Zuckerberg, Google, and anybody else. Those are the biggest players in this space. Google being YouTube. Mark Zuckerberg, if you've been living under a rock, being Instagram and Facebook and WhatsApp. I don't use WhatsApp. Apparently it's a big messaging app around the world. I have a cell phone with text messages. I don't need a app program to send messages. I use Facebook Messenger for some reason. I don't have somebody's phone number. By the way, never call me from Facebook Messenger. You automatically go into weirdo zone if you call me from Facebook Messenger. That is the weirdest thing anybody could ever do. If you don't have my phone number, send me a message. That is so weird. My phone rings and it's Facebook Messenger. I'm like, what? And what are you doing? Are you weirdo? I mean, the people that call from Facebook Messenger are the same people that send a unsolicited nude photo as their way of saying hello to a girl. Weirdos. Anyway, the California communists. So you can go back to the very beginning of this argument on my podcast, on these videos. I trust TikTok more than I trust Facebook. Now, I use them all. I mean, I've never made any bones about it. I use all of them. They've all got a different thing. I was just telling Matthew Bishop, our morning show guy, 6A to 7A. I was telling him this morning, still, my favorite app that I actually look on and spend more time on is Facebook. To me, it's the one that have the easiest conversations in the comment section. It's the one that the most normies are on. Normies my age anyway. Facebook has a problem, though. It needs to get younger. That's what I mean. That's why Mark Zuckerberg and his lobbyists are big pushing this TikTok ban. Because Instagram is a direct competitor. Well, they're all direct competitors, but particularly Instagram. The thing that made, circling back to what I was saying about TikTok, giving me the ability to reach more people that don't follow me, is there, because I can go look at my videos, the more viral ones, the ones with millions of views. Well, no, that's a bad example because obviously I have 90,000 followers there. I don't want to lose those. I have 50. My next closest follower count is 52,000 on Instagram, but I got 87 or 89,000 followers on TikTok. But I'll get a video that gets, say, 100,000 views, for example. 90,000 of those will be people that came from the For You section, non-followers. Because their algorithm is so good that it knows through its AI and all that, people who are into like-minded content. So they'll recommend your content to people who are into like-minded content. And I think the default feed on TikTok is the For You, not the you follow people. You have to swipe over one for that. Instagram doesn't have that option of a For You versus the people you follow. It will put your reels out there. It will recommend your reels if they fit all the guidelines time-wise to non-followers. But their algorithm ain't nearly as intelligent as TikTok's. And if you're a content creator, removing politics and all this from it, if you're a content creator, that's extremely valuable when you get paid on views. Then remove the content creator from it. There's an entire industry of businesses on TikTok Shop that are right here, Mississippi-based, American-owned, 100% American-made. This is way more than people spewing political rhetoric, rainbow agenda, dancing videos, all that. There's this entire industry of shop merchants that are going to go out of brick and mortar businesses whose number one source of customers is through influencers on TikTok. Now you could say, well, they shouldn't have built their business based on that. Well, it was completely legal. So you build an entire business on something that's completely legal. And then you're told, no, we're going to ban it. You rip people's income right out from under them. And don't forget, every Mississippi congressman and senator voted to put a whole lot of Mississippians out of business. I'll read all your comments and more when we come back. We'll be right back. That don't seem like a very Republican thing to do, to change a law and put people out of business. That don't seem like a very Republican thing to do, but it sure was here in Mississippi. Every single one of our Washington, D.C. representatives voting to ban TikTok and therefore voting to put Mississippians into bankruptcy and out of business. We'll be right back. This segment brought to you by our friends over at Ellis Autoplex. Get by, see Casey and the team, Rachel, all of them today, right over there in Flowood, Mississippi on Highway 471, right across from Frierson's, I believe that's what it's called, Lumber Supply, and the Back Porch Bar and Grill. You know where it's at. If you're heading east on Highway 25, get off right there at 471. Go right, and it's the second car lot on the right. Sit on top of the hill there. Ellis Autoplex. You can shop them online, ellisautoplex.com. They're the home of Little Truck City. That's right. They specialize in four-wheel drive, four-door trucks, half-ton, three-quarter-ton. They even get some one-tons in every now and then. But, hey, yeah, they got cars and SUVs, too. They got two-wheel drive trucks, usually. Swing by, check them out in person or online, ellisautoplex.com. Don't forget, they will buy your vehicle today for fair market value. Swing by, show it to them, let them put a number on it. If y'all agree to business, boom, they're going to cut you a live local check that you can run go cash today. No Facebook tomfoolery, no bogus BS checks, no ripoffs, no shenanigans. Just doing business, standing on business at Ellis Autoplex. They can also handle all your major automotive repairs too. Got something wrong with your vehicle, holler at them and let them see if they can get it taken care of for you. That's Ellis Autoplex. All right, man. Mazda Jackson phone line. We're winding down here. We got about 4 minutes to get your calls in. 601-879-0002. Let's run through some of your text messages here and comments, the Guns and Gear text line, and we'll just call it for today the Guns and Gear live stream comments. If you got a business that's looking to take a big dive into advertising and promoting your show, the studio sponsorship here is available, as well as the live stream. That's right. You could sponsor the entire live stream across all of social media. Shoot me an email, clay@wyab.com for more information. Somebody did tell me that everybody on the J6 committee was pardoned, so that does in fact include Benny Thompson. He did get a pardon, and along with every other traitor on that committee. I mean, it just tells you all you need to know. But I tell you what, we better put some Democrats in jail, and rhino cuck Republicans that co-signed on all this. I want to see political prisoners that actually broke the law. I don't want witch hunts. I don't want an enemies list. I want criminals. Nobody's above the law. If that ain't the dumbest thing that Joe Biden ever said, nobody's above the law. But I'm going to pardon everybody that broke the law to try to rig an election. Because that's what it all was breaking the law to try to win an election. I mean, I know my old saying is breaking rules when necessary. And that's exactly what they did. And it failed miserably. You know, I really had my doubts in America. I was really losing faith in this country. And then that red wave came crashing down on November 6th. I mean, we damn near took out the whole country. Every swing state. Every red state that flipped blue, air quotes in the studio, flipped blue in 2020, came back red. America stood up and said, we're not going to take it. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Benjamin in the live chat, in the Guns and Gear live chat says, Clay, we are in D.C. waiting in line to get into the Capital One Arena. It's wild here at Trump's inauguration. People from all over the world are here. It's thousands of people here. Unbelievable. I just posted a picture. We had a buddy of ours, Brad Bradshaw, call in. He's from right here in Brandon, Jackson area. Him and his family are up in there holding a big Mississippi State flag. It's beautiful. Shout out to Mississippi State's men's basketball team for beating Ole Miss Saturday. Shout out to Ole Miss's women's basketball team for beating Mississippi State yesterday. But Hell State is well represented inside the Trump inauguration. I just shared that picture to the Save Jackson, my big Facebook page, and to my Save Jackson X account. It's to at Save Jackson. You'll find it. Anyway, awesome picture of some Mississippians sitting right inside the arena holding a Mississippi State flag. And he did give me permission to post it. So y'all check that out if you want to see some Mississippians, some Hell State representatives inside the inauguration. Shout out to you, Benjamin. Hope y'all have a great time. Hope y'all can get in. It looks like it's full. I don't know that you're going to be able to get in. Jonathan says, I actually think Melania plays her role well out of the spotlight. I was telling I was telling my friend over the weekend, I sure hope that Melania gets her flowers this time around and she's treated as the beautiful queen that she is by the media. I mean, we've got one of the absolute, we have hands down, we got historical proof, the most beautiful first lady ever, Melania Trump. There's no questions if she's a man. None of that. I still can't believe that Sean said he thought that Michelle Obama was attractive that time on the show. He about lost all his credibility with me that day. I digress. The most beautiful first lady ever. She's way more attractive than Jackie O. She was beautiful. She was previously the most attractive, but Melania is the most attractive, period, ever. There ain't even a close second. She's the top 10 most attractive first women ever. And our media and our fashion magazines and our women's magazines and all that need to treat her as such. Online audience, don't go nowhere. Radio audience, we got to take our last break. We'll be back to land the plane on this MAGA Monday. It's a celebration, witches. We'll be right back. I'm staying with you online, so y'all don't go nowhere. All right, guys, I'm back. Got a few minutes left here with you till we come back from the break, and then I'm going to wrap the show up for the day. I could go 3 hours today. You got Chip Matthews coming up next for an hour. I'm sure he's going to have a great time, followed by Jamison Haygood. He'll be going hard in the paint. And, of course, Kim Wade will bring us home from 4 to 6 today. You know Kim ain't going to pull no punches today. I can't wait to hear what Kim Wade – actually, I won't be able to hear what Kim Wade has to say. I'll have to go back and listen to it on the podcast because I'll be broadcasting from Cameron's Garage. Hopefully you'll be listening to Kim Wade on your way to Cameron's Garage from 4 to 6 today. Well, from 4 to midnight, really, whenever the game's over. Anyway, to read a few more of your chats here. Jonathan says her role is not to be unneeded. I'm sorry, let me read that properly. It says her role is not to bring unneeded negative attention to their husband. Agreed. Les White on X says, and they say it was being held inside because of the crowd size. Truly pathetic, but we can't expect anything less. No, it was moved inside over drone threats. I should have talked about that. Yeah, it was moved inside because of left-wing nut jobs and potential foreign terrorists. And DJI, the drone company, took its restrictions, its geofencing restrictions around government buildings. They removed that restriction right before the inauguration. Bro, you can't make this up. Even if you're not a conspiracy theorist, even if you don't typically buy into conspiracy theories. The China-owned DJI, which I have a DJI drone. I hadn't flown it in years because I got in trouble with the FCC or FFA, whatever the hell it is, the Federal Flight Administration, Federal Aviation Administration. You know which one I'm talking about, FAA. I got in trouble with them for flying it too close to the federal building. What was I going to do? Take a picture? Anyway, not all, some drones can carry weight. The little one I got, my little Mavic Mini, it ain't carrying anything. It's barely carrying the camera that came on it from the factory. But they removed the restrictions, the geofencing. And if you have one, you know what I'm talking about. You can't even hardly get it up. I didn't even get too close to the federal building. I took a picture of the federal building from far away. You're not even allowed to do that, which makes no sense to me. I can stand right outside the federal building and take pictures of it, but you're not supposed to. Apparently there's a law about taking pictures of federal buildings. I don't know. It's stupid. Just something else for the FBI to have an excuse to knock on your door about. But I find it awfully weird that they remove that restriction on the geofencing right before the inauguration. With all the drone drama going on. You ain't heard much else about those drones in New Jersey, have you? Apparently, allegedly, we shot down a Chinese satellite that was controlling those drones. Crazy stuff, man. Good morning, Kara Shirley. We've been praying for you. We hope you're feeling better. I see you here in the comments. Our good friend Kara from WLBT. Y'all keep her in your prayers. So much crazy going on out there in the world today. But it's a beautiful day. Donald Trump's first 100 days are going to be the most important 100 days in the history of this country. But we ain't there yet. He ain't got to cross the finish line yet. We're back. All right, we are back here, landing the plane for the day. It's been a beautiful day today. It's going to be a beautiful day today. We got a little breaking news here. What's WLBT saying before we get off the air? Trump has arrived at the White House. It's a gorgeous day today. It's a MAGA Monday. Y'all join me tonight live from 4 p.m. until at Cameron's Garage there at Cypress Point. Me and Sean Yerkron will be out there broadcasting live. It's our first annual, official, whatever you want to call it, college football national championship party. Ohio State, Notre Dame. They got all-you-can-eat boneless wings for $15. That starts at 4 p.m. We got $5 buckets of, not $5, I'm sorry, 5 beers in a bucket for $14. That's less than $3 a beer. There's going to be shot specials every time both teams score. Come out, have a great time. Let's celebrate MLK Day. Let's celebrate Inauguration Day. Let's celebrate MAGA Monday. Let's celebrate making America great again, enjoying something that's American as apple pie, college football, Notre Dame, Ohio State. No SEC team, but hey, you can't win them all. We won the big one. We got Donald Trump back in office. Come on down, young son. It's going to be a great time. Southern Beverage has provided us a lot of great door prizes to give away. I'll see y'all there. Chip Matthews up next. Bless it. Peace out.